Hey guys, Mike here. So today I'm here to talk to you about Mortal Engines. In this review I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film and whether or not you guys should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler free. However, if you don't want to know anything about the film and you want to go completely blind, then it's just come back to this video once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we?
I'm very, very rare.
So in Mortal Engines, mankind has pretty much been decimated by some kind of gods or aliens, and now pretty much it's a post-apocalyptic world. But this particular post-apocalyptic world is pretty much Mad Max meets monster moves, because most, if not all of mankind now live on these mobile cities on wheels. And the biggest monster vehicle out there is London going around swallowing up whole towns and stealing their resources, not unlike the real London. So, I wasn't expecting much from this film, you know. I thought that it was going to be a kind of a weak story, and the special effects and maybe the action or set pieces will probably save it from being completely boring. But this could not be further from the truth. I mean, yes, while initially it was interesting to see these mobile cities roaming around, moving from place to place, but eventually it just becomes boring, and it's actually just underused throughout the whole movie. I mean, the worst offender about this movie is that it's just so ridiculously bloated. I mean, the movie has to pretty much go from point A to point B, but just as it sets off from point A, it decides to go to a little restaurant and have a big course of too many characters, too much exposition, too many MacGuffins, and with just a sprinkle of just being boring as hell. I mean, I feel like I needed to watch like 17 more movies before I saw this one, because they're just introducing characters left, right, and centre, and you either find out too little about them, or you find out too much about them, and they just finds no balance, and it just becomes really, like I said, bloated. I mean, I say another thing about this movie that's sad. It's like Hugo Weaving's in it. I mean, the guy is such a good actor, and it's just such a shame that he's wasting time with this mediocre movie. I mean, admittedly, there is one good sequence in this movie, which I won't spoil in case you do want to see the film. But admittedly, once it happened, I was actually, quite impressed by it. But again, this one sequence was not enough to save this movie. Overall, guys, the movie's too bloated, it's boring, the premise of moving cities is just massively underused, and overall this is just a massive disappointment. Not that I was really expecting much, but I mean, come on. And pretty much throughout the whole movie, I was just sitting there thinking, this would have made such a good video game. I can just imagine it. You start out with nothing, you find one of these town vehicles, you infiltrate, you build up your town, you find other ones, you merge them together or destroy them, and then you progress like that until you become the dominant superpower of the planet. I mean, that would have been great, but in movie form, this was just incredibly boring and too long. Now, as whether or not you guys should go and see it. You can give this one a massive hard pass. I mean, with Aquaman in the theatres, there's just absolutely no reason to go see this movie. Unless you've already seen it and you want to just go to the cinema, then even then, just actually skip this movie because it's just boring as hell. Okay, guys, that's my review of Mortal Engines. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite Mad Max-style movie? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. And until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!